For decades, buying high-end makeup meant standing on the wrong side of a barricade. Before the modern beauty store existed, the entire luxury cosmetics industry was defined by a single physical barrier. In the 1960s, prestige cosmetics were locked securely inside illuminated cases. If you wanted to examine a lipstick or test a foundation, you couldn't just pick it up. You had to catch the attention of a department store clerk and ask for permission to view the inventory. This created a highly restricted shopping environment. Consumers had no freedom to casually browse, smell different fragrances on their own, or place competing brands side by side to compare shades. The system worked exceptionally well for the manufacturers. It kept the brands in total control of their image and maximized commission-driven sales, but it left the customer completely stripped of any independent discovery. That dynamic began to crack in 1969, when a French entrepreneur named Dominique Mandonnaud opened an experimental boutique in Limoges, France, called Shop 8. Mandonnaud introduced a concept he called assisted self-service. He completely removed the glass counters, pulling the inventory out into the open. He then arranged the products by category, perfumes with perfumes, powders with powders, rather than grouping them strictly by brand. Suddenly, customers could touch the products. They could test pigments on their skin and explore at their own pace. Buying makeup transitioned from an intimidating, formal request into a tactile, interactive playground. But while Shop 8 had successfully rewritten the psychology of beauty retail, Mandonnaud faced a massive structural hurdle. He had the perfect store model, but he lacked the premium Parisian real estate required to actually capture the national market. Right around the same time, the British pharmacy giant Boots plc was running its own beauty chain in Paris. It was extremely well-funded, secured in prime locations, and operated under the name Sephora. The brand derived its title from a blend of the Greek word for beauty and Zipporah, the beautiful and independent wife of Moses in biblical history. Yet despite the elegant name and the heavy foot traffic of its Paris storefronts, the chain was struggling to turn a profit. Boots was still clinging to the old, high-friction, counter-based service model that Mandonnaud was proving obsolete. It turns out that securing prestigious real estate and a clever name yields very little return if the actual shopping experience continues to alienate the modern consumer. In 1993, Mandonnaud made his move. Backed by private equity, he executed a highly strategic acquisition, buying the 38 struggling Sephora stores from Boots for approximately $61 million. Mandonnaud merged his regional Shop 8 locations with the centralized Paris footprint into a single unified network. He gutted the glass counters, installed his open cell model, and rebranded his entire empire under the Sephora name. The financial power of this unified model quickly attracted institutional validation. In 1997, the luxury conglomerate LVMH acquired Sephora for $262 million. With LVMH's immense capital and global logistics infrastructure now behind it, the brand was ready to scale rapidly. Within a year, Sephora launched out of Europe and directly into the United States market, opening a massive flagship store in New York's Soho neighborhood in 1998. Merging a low-friction retail concept with the heavy financial artillery of a high-end luxury conglomerate created an entirely new, dominant category of global retail. Today, simply having products on open shelves is no longer enough to maintain a monopoly. To keep its competitive moat, Sephora aggressively incubates highly exclusive, culturally relevant brands through LVMH's standalone Kendo division. A prime example is the launch of Fenty Beauty. By debuting with an expansive 40-shade foundation range, the brand forced the industry to address its persistent exclusion of darker skin tones, capturing massive market share in the process. But an expansive inventory introduces a new problem, often called the foundation dilemma. When a store carries hundreds of competing brands, consumers face immense friction trying to perfectly match a cosmetic shade to their unique skin tone. Sephora's technological solution is Color IQ. This spectrocolorimeter uses AI to map a customer's skin depth and undertones, comparing them against 10,000 digital skin tones. By directly mapping biological profiles to specific product SKUs, the system eliminates guesswork, reducing purchase anxiety and lowering returns. True retail dominance in the 21st century relies on exactly this kind of integration, fixing systemic consumer pain points through proprietary hardware and software. Every time a customer uses a digital scanner or makes a physical purchase, that data feeds directly into Beauty Insider, Sephora's highly gamified loyalty program. The ecosystem functions as a continuous flywheel. In-store AI data informs targeted app recommendations, and loyalty rewards drive repeat purchases. This community of 46 million members accounts for 80% of total global sales, powering a physical footprint of over 2,700 highly optimized stores. By systematically removing every physical, digital, and social barrier between the customer and the product, Sephora replaced the old gated transaction with a retail model built for tactile exploration.